Hey guys, it's RCK and I'm glad to have you back here again today for our turn 13 for our Fallen Empires game. Now, as far as the episodes go from here on out, I know I had a long pause for them and I wanted the game to kind of hurry up and kind of reach its finishing point. Now, it's not completely finished yet, but it is a lot farther than it was before. It's around turn 70 now, or turn 67, I don't remember. But I will say, I probably won't have 3 turns per episode. Probably leave it to around 2 turns per episode because I was having some very, very long episodes. And just kind of want them to be a little bit shorter. At least I know we're going to be having a lot more videos, but uh, I think people would. I know people say a bunch of different things, but it's a lot easier on me to make a shorter video because sometimes over doing and sitting here for an hour long, sitting here talking about, sometimes you get a little burnout on it, and you just kind of just rambling on at that point. So we'll go ahead and look here. We have a couple battles. Bizio. So we do see Irma here attacking man. Very interesting. We'll have to look into that. So let's go ahead and start. We also see that the dormant pretenders are coming up, and now this looks like an assassination expansion by Abizia. Uh, of course, all the barbarians here are running away than just that commander here. So that is what's going on with him. We'll look at those assassins from Bizia here momentarily. But let's go ahead and finish off these battle reports. And this another one? Yep, this is another one. So he's taken 2 provinces just through assassinations. We don't actually know how many assassins he lost since we don't see assassinations. But nonetheless, those are 2 provinces he now controls. So now let's go ahead and see what Arko Safali has for us. Scroll point. Let's see, how are they? So here he has a prophet, he has a few crossbowmen, and then some heavy infantry with some of his uh, peltists and the cardistas, which are like the phalanx type troops. Now this is just getting wolves down. This I don't remember much from last turn. I should have looked at last turn before. I looked at this. This is strong possibility. This was a independent attack or indie attack. So I feel like that's what's going on. So of course he won. Let's watch this battle here with Machaca. Quite interesting. I've been really liking watching their expansion. I feel like their Spider Knights have been doing a great job. Let's see how well they do against barbarians. Now, with the high strength, it was going to see these barbarians start to get out of these webs kind of faster than most troops are. So that could be quite dangerous when we see a few knights going down here and there. But I feel like they took some losses, probably not as much as they wanted to, but they did take a pretty heavy bar of Providence. And let's look at that 36. Okay, they lost 4 Spider Knights at 35 gold apiece. Okay. That was 34 barbarians they just went face to face with. So quite interesting there. Sucks they lost 4 though. I mean, I feel like that is still a capable expansion force or expansion capable force. Now we have a battle here with Ermor. 2 line formations. It looks like he has split up his Principes from his Velites. They're probably both on either holding fire closest or just holding fire. Looks like they're on holding fire. Yeah, they're on holding fire. Holding fire closest, it seems. Then we have the sensor here in the back. Yeah, there they go, firing. Yeah, and this is over. Archers can't really do anything. Pierce resistant troops. And then we have Ashdod here. If you remember correctly, that Ashdod had a whole lot of trouble in expansion, and then they have bumps, and that they lost a lot of troops here. Now they're kind of just going on mass to make sure they are hitting their expansion every turn, at least. So, yeah, they were struggling with that. And if you remember correctly, they have quite a crazy bless here, being quickness and ethereal. It looks like a lot of fun. Don't know how well it's going to go against lictors, but if I remember correctly, they had magic weapons and other stuff. But quickness is always good. Next, we have a battle here with Satis. As far as I remember, as far as the previous year goes, Satis did have some failed expansions as well, but they are kind of doing a lot better than Ashdod did at the time. Here we have a whole lot of elite warriors here, of course, very strong, and then we see 1 snake there. Now, this snake is a standard bearer, so this is giving all of his slaves an additional +1 morale. And then leadership 80, I mean, they get +1, which is okay-ish. Oh, does he have Taskmaster? I didn't look at that. He does have Taskmaster. Okay. So they are up to morale of 13. Pretty good. Pretty good. So here we have Ermor attacking man. So let's go ahead and watch this battle. Now this is in a farmland here. 6 feet. Looks like 6 feet against 4 knights. Yeah. It's not going to turn out too well. Sorry. So this is his like melee style troops here. Free spawn. There's no javelins. Okay. That was the commander right there, I assume. Cool, cool. Knights did a great job. They did what they did best. And of course, they only lost one long dead against that 6 PD. Okay, good. Great, great. Good, not expansion, but at least taking that income for a turn or two would be very, very beneficial for Omar trying to get up those early castles. And then we watch an independent battle here against man. Oh, and this is the Ivy King or or Vine Ogres. Is that Woodhinge Druid? There might not be an Ivy King here. Due to the fact of there being a Woodhinge Druid, I don't think there's an Ivy King. So yeah, these guys are. They stayed in the fight longer than I thought they were. So he will have to take that back for sure. They lost 2 Vinemen. He did lose a monk. Oh well. Let's look at the battle map here. Yeah, it looks like man kind of expanded really close to Ermor's direction here with the Providence 1. And Ermor just thought, might as well take it back, have his little square. I don't remember if they were fighting before. Looks like, expansion is pretty much done at this point in the game. Busy is fairly large. They need to take these 2 provinces. I wonder. I don't know. What happened there? Hold on. No? Oh, how weird. I wonder what happened. Busy attacking defense but was defeated. I wonder if the commander ran up, got hit by a barbarian, and then ran away due to HP loss while there was still one person there. Was he on hold, retreat? Oh, it's the crippled unit here. I bet he is on retreat. Yep, he is on retreat. So that one crippled unit stopped him from taking that province. Wow, okay. How interesting. Did not catch that when we first glanced, of course, because we didn't stay in it long enough. Oh, goodness. And it looks like both of it happened to both of them. Yeah, it was defeated. How interesting. Yeah, I would just had him on hold, stay behind troops, or hold, fire. Is there another crippled? Huh. Interesting. Well, that just ruined his day. Very unlucky for him. Then we have Man's cap circle here being taken by Independence, if you remember that battle. Ashdod is going to have to just take barbs and go and attack somebody. He could probably grab this throne, possibly. Maybe could jump in the water, depending on what kind of gear he had. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 provinces on turn 12. Oof. Not good for you, not good. How's Galeria doing down here? Seeing a lot of Solus from the corpses and the provinces. We see a lot of lone dead coming up. We have a castle and a palisade up. Well, I'm sure, there's one under construction, one under construction. So he's got 2 more under construction. Cool. But staying relatively small here. We'll have to see what the other players do. We do see a palisade from Machaca here on the border of Scaleria. Quite interesting. Arko Safali is building a fort in their cap circle. It makes me wonder what indies are in that province right there. Because I don't know why else he'd want to build a castle in his cap circle. Well, never mind. He's got another one right here. Maybe he's just doing like a research rush, kind of not really focusing on early wars, just trying to build up as many castles as he can to get out maybe as many mystics as he can to really boost himself through the research phase of the game. If I remember correctly, he is number 1 in research. Yes, yes, he is. So we will expect to see that continuously going up. I doubt anyone will catch up to him. We see a castle or a palisade here in 38 for this farmland for Satis. Very nice. We see one over here on the man Satis border on 17. Man controls that he has made. Cool. Is Abizia made any castles? I don't think so. I think they've really been focusing on troop production. Oh, they do have a palisade. They have a palisade here in 67, a nice farmland palisade, and they stretch out really far. I mean, this is a huge front line here, or huge border. Two, three, four, five, six wide, border and one, two people, possibly three soon. Oh, interesting. He's got both of these farmlands. He needs to take this one, which he might possibly do next turn, depending on what these armies do. They might meet up here in 89 and then move over to 85 to take that throne, which is the Throne of the Moon. Minion gets growth 1, which would be good for him, because I think he went neutral scales. Precision 3 doesn't matter, but Astral income would be good. Water income's okay-ish, I guess. Nothing you really need. Doing some early site searching from the looks of it. A Warlock Apprentice in both these provinces here. Or he could be blood hunting. Could be doing either. Well, I see no unrest, so probably just early site searching. It's about time to be site searching anyway. So that's going to be all for turn 13, guys. Let's go over to turn 14 and see what we have going on. Oh, wrong one. Oops. That one's for later. 14. There we go. All right, and we have 4 battles here, 5 battles for Abizia. My assumption is that they will be doing their assassination battles a little bit better. That's 2 of them at least, and attacking and being attacked by independents here. So let's watch this first one, which I assume is going to be, yes, this is going to be the crippled unit here. I'm sure they're on stay behind troops or fire or something like that. And then we have this one here in the caverns. Now this is a new battle. This is against troglodytes, if I remember correctly, just from looking at the map here. And a whole lot of human bred. I mean, I feel like the human bred are going to do fine. I mean, they have 3 attacks per square being 19 damage. I think they're going to do well. There might not be. Okay, there's only 3 trogs, a trog lord. Yeah, I think they'll be okay. Kind of getting in there a little bit. Okay, now the trogs are routing here. Very, very nice. Yeah, those Biscuit troops hit fairly hard. I mean, yeah, they have kind of high HP, but they have low protection. They're gonna get They're gonna start trampling. They're gonna be in the middle of all those units. And it's just not gonna go well for them because they're gonna have so many attacks onto them, and they don't have very high defense skill. At that point, they're gonna be harassed down. So let's look here with the Arko Safali battle. Now this is against Indies, just barbarians. Now this is a very nice little formation he's got here. Now we've spoke about this before, but normally enough, these phalanx type units here hit at the same time that these charioteer units here. So the front line is being broke up, and then the phalanx are also attacking at the same time, which is quite interesting. Looks like they're going to get behind though. But they're getting in there. They're getting in there. And the barbarians are routing, of course, barbarian commanders. They're always in the very, very front. It looks like there are no barbarian commanders left, so it looks like that's what happened. They just couldn't stand up to the phalanx units. They've just got the first line, of course, got chopped up pretty good, and the commanders were in it. So either that or the HP routed. Not sure. Don't have to look at that again. So we have man versus independence. I wonder if this was the Vine Ogre province here. I don't remember. Oh, he's pinging this province here. Ooh. So this is quite a interesting province we have here. One you don't see too often. You have Knights of the Chalice, of course. And then you have this kitted up thug. I have seen this one before, and I have got this armor before. I don't remember if I got the sword, but I'm pretty sure I got the sun armor and the sun helmet at least. And here we have sun sword. It gives you 25 command. You go on berserk. And it also gives you your bless. Costs a lot of gems, 25 fire gems, 3 times damage versus undead and demons, a lot of attack and defense bonus. Holy fire, it's like this is a pretty cool sword, mostly only for fighting undead, of course. Your sun shield is actually quite nice, giving you fire, shock resistance, a very, very nice shield, of course. Um, at 25 protection there. Defense -2, a parry of 8. So that's going to help out. And then you get awe from it as well. That's actually a very nice shield. Because you have to think, I mean, of course, yes, you take some minus modifiers here from the shield being -2, but you do get +8 from the parry. So here now we look at the Sun Helmet. Now this also gives an additional awe and magic resistance +5, which is very, very nice as well if anyone's ever had a thug. Goodness, he's at all 5. And then you have the Sun Armor that gives you morale, which is good for thugs, and then awe +3. So that gives him all 5, which is crazy. He also is Berserk, so he's never going to rout. But, I mean, he gives additional morale, but he's at 99 morale anyway because he's Berserk. He hits pretty hard. Machaca is going to have a lance. He has a hoof and sword attack. Very, very strong. Quite interesting here. Quite interesting here. Hope he can grab some of that armor. I mean, they have no bless, I mean, even though they're getting blessed. But yeah, quite a interesting province you see. You don't see it too often. It's pretty cool. Other than that, let's go ahead. What do I want to look at next? So we look at the Machaca Battle here in Giant Spine. The mountain. Now this just looks like a ping as well. Now this is, okay, this here is a throne. We'll go and look at that shortly. And Enchantress. Yes, an Enchantress. Vine Ogres. Lots of Vine Ogres. There's a lot of HP over there. I mean, 55 per. Militia here. Light infantry and militia. A few heavy infantry in that Etten. Okay. You can probably take that pretty easy. Do not know what the Enchantress is going to cast. I see another Enchantress there. Kind of low pass. Might do something with air elementals. Don't know. Next, we see Ashdod attacking Urmor here in the Caverns of Gold. Fighting in darkness, not a good idea. But there's only one PD, so you don't have to worry about that. Because you will be taking some -3 to darkness on your attack and defense. So that's unfortunate. Not as big of a deal for your Anakites. Anakites. But it is a bigger deal for your Slingers, for your Chaff Slaves here. I mean, 6 and 6. 5 and 5. Yeah, not that good. But these guys, I mean, they're still strong nonetheless. And there we have it. Next, we have a battle here with End. Now, this is End taking another indie province. Of course, they have a lot of cool stuff they have going on here. Cheat Fate, Luck. Yeah, there's a lot of point buffing here when it comes with End. Now, each one of these Lucks, and they're not casting a theory or anything, but they are hitting per square, so we are getting a lot of area covered there. Now they're starting to mix, is not as good, but Cheat Fate against Barbarians. What was his bless again? So his bless is attack skill +2, poison resistance +10, fire resistance +10, defense skill +2, MR +3, HP +1, strength 6. So this is a strength bless. Dark vision 50, swamp survival, leadership. Magic leadership. Don't know how I feel about not having magic weapon still, but we will see. Cool. And they're doing. Oh, glad he had some on guard commander there. But yeah, he did pretty well against. Let's see what he lost. So he only lost 5 soldier priests. I mean, that's not bad at all. So I'm trying to think. I mean, how much are these guys? Only 15, but they are out your cap because they're cap only, I think. 53 barbs. I think he did a good job there. Now we have a battle here with Abizia. See what's going on. Now, these guys do have dark vision, so they're not as bad in caves. Still pretty bad. Still pretty bad, just not as bad. Busy in infantry here. Guess what? Ooh, this is a lot of trogs. This one could go either way. Now, when it came to just a few trogs, that's one thing. But when you have this many trogs, there's so much trampling going on, they're going to get your guys so dispersed out. Yeah, like that one was very questionable. Oh, and they're just cleaning up everything. Yeah, that was a whole lot of trogs there. You had to be very careful with that. Something you could have done was, well, I don't know. I don't know. Not this early on. You just needed more troops at that point. So here, let's watch this battle here with Man. What's this? Now this is against Divine Ogres. Okay. So we have a commander on one flank. Commander on one flank. Now is he using... I don't know. Okay. Good, good. Very nice. Surprised these guys dealt with those troops as good as they did. Huh, cool. Very nice, very nice. So we have a battle here with a Bizia as well. Him attacking Independence again. This is against that one crippled barbarian, so we do not need to watch that. We have a battle here with Machaca. Spider Knights. Some cavemen, okay. I always forget cavemen have fire and shock, or fire and cold resistance. I always find that interesting. What's this, deer tribe? No, wolf tribe. Interesting. Scary. They might just chop them up. All the cavemen are gone. So much arrow fire, but I mean, 17 protection. These guys should be okay against short bows. Yeah, be careful. Still a lot of them left. Ooh, and what caused that rout there? You didn't lose any HP. Huh, I don't know. Very interesting there. Maybe it just could have been an HP route due to the 5K men dying, because that was a lot of HP they had. I mean, 5, that was over 100 HP. They're only 12 each. And that could have been around half-ish. Hold on. Then we had a battle here in Abizia, quite interesting. So we had an independent attack Abizia. Now this is all villains. I don't think you usually had villains attack you when you had this much PD. Weird. He's gonna do fine though. I mean, villains kind of suck anyway. If you have shields, you'll be okay, as long as it's not one PD they're fighting against. And there we have it. I don't think you lost any, to be honest with you. Yeah, didn't lose any. So we see End here kind of cleaning up their border, as well with Bizia taking the provinces from the assassinations, kind of cleaning up the last bit. Too bad he lost the Battle of the Trogs, but I don't feel like Scalaria is in a place to really take that and kind of contend for it. I did have the Abizia player message me around this time. He pretty much said, I know you probably have bigger problems. Do you want to ally up? He's trying to ally up with Scalaria at this point, because if you know, there was kind of a coalition going on with Machaca, Satius, and I think Arko's in it. I think Ashdod was in it. To fight Scalaria, depending on where they were on the map. And of course, you see Ashdod is kind of too far away. And these players here are the only ones really able to do anything about it. I know he's in the chat at least. I think he is too, but he couldn't do nothing. But I think after that, I believe Man was going to be focusing on Ermor instead. As you see, he's kind of been massing his units over here on the border. Interesting, Arko took this province. Very odd. I wanted to look at something. Where's that province? So it's a border province with 2 other nations. Quite interesting. Yeah, he needs to take that. If he can, anyway. Oh, it's nice. 133 province income there. Yeah, very nice. We have Satis back here. I don't feel like he has any plans of really fighting Machaca. Between the lack of shields he has and Machaca's amount of arrows that he's able to produce, being short bows, pygmies, things like that. I'll do flaming arrows pretty early on. I don't think he necessarily wants to fight him, but he does have a lot of Sobegs here. So that is quite interesting as well. He has a few forces here and there, so I mean, still definitely a contender, even though losing some expansion parties early on. We have Ermor here, of course. He does have this guy under seat. Oh, this is a Dark Knight. This was the troll event, of course. Forgot about that happening, but it could be rather difficult for Ormond to take depending on what he uses here. He can't just use chaff, I don't feel like. We still haven't had any of these underwater provinces be taken yet by anyone. So there's 4 there. Oh, so Satis has actually taken one. Don't remember when he's done that. Must have been the last turn or 2. That's the only underwater province that has been taken so far. And that's about it for this turn, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.